So earlier I just created the Cosmos DB structure like this, database account under which database under which containers as composition of medicines each has name as ID. So now I had to load the data to this. First time when I'm about to load, so I need to follow some convention because I can't load directly to this. I can just add only item, single item here. New item, it just adds only one item at a time. So it's time consuming. So I'm trying to follow the Microsoft tool. So here migrate data to Azure Cosmos DB use the desktop data migration tool. So there is the URL. So there are multiple things. I'm also practicing now only. So they're saying open your terminal and use this and download this particular Git tool. So I already downloaded it here. Uh, here, yeah, this is the package I downloaded already. Um, okay, let me see. Tools. Yeah, here I just kept it here. Okay, now I had to load this. So for that, there is some data here. Okay, this is wait. App settings, dot development and this and kind of migration settings. I had to fill this data from where source and from where to where. From where to where I had to do this. So I had to add the connection settings and all those things. So let me see more details on this when I'm new to it. So first what they're saying is open terminal, sign into Azure CLI. Okay, let me do that. Um, yes, let me do it in the PowerShell because Microsoft mostly prefers uses ISE as a best. Yes, it just shows you just simple two and uh, oh sorry, I always open this PowerShell ISE. There are two things ISE and just simple one. Okay, use this particular ISE. I just opened it here. So here you can write, and it just shows in the bottom how to the little outputs, all those intermediate screens. So signing out was into CLI. So yeah, too much explanations, not to bother much. Let me go here. So login. So before that, whenever you're doing this, it expects to open it in a browser. Whether you're doing it Visual Studio or anywhere, that is a common convention. You just open wherever you are logged into your Azure account, just open that screen. Okay, you just keep that screen open, do some activity, and then jump to the particular screen. So usually that is a common convention. Easy login. It's giving some issue. Just a second. So for that, I just Google this particular the term is not a name of commandlet. So I got this response. So I just got many. So it just clearly says the common expectation is AZ. It expects a AZ module had to be installed. So I'm doing it here. Install Azure Shell on Windows. Choose an installation method. How do you want it to look? MSA install. Easy is MSA installer usually. What is this? Run the following command. Um, version module installed. So I just copied this, paste. This currently version is something like 22621, blah blah blah. So and then determine if you have Azure RM PowerShell module installed directory. It has something with Azure PowerShell. I have it already 570. This particular one I'm having. So if you have Azure protocol installed, see Azure and Azure authorization before proceeding. Check PowerShell execution policy because there are multiple scenarios. So mission policy undefined. It's saying undefined, undefined, undefined. Local policy. Means I'm just using a simple PC. Set execution policy as a remote sign and current user. I mean, yeah, this is expected actually. Set the PowerShell execution policy to remote sign. It means it will be remote validated for all. It says the execution policy helps to protect from scripts, you have to change trust, blah blah blah, all those things. So the intention is simple. In short, don't try this in any servers. Try it in. I'm trying it for local version, so that is the reason I'm doing it here. So okay to proceed. Installation and update. Okay, the MSA package for Azure portion is available at this particular place. Visit this particular one. So still again, easy login. Still I'm getting the same issue. Yeah, good. I'm trying everything in the live to make it easy for understanding, and if someone else might PowerShell gallery. Okay, easy resources, particular this install module, easy resources required version 6.14.0. It just says install this particular model, blah 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 blah. Actually, what the difference is here I'm doing it in ISE mode, but they are doing it in this particular mode. So let me jump back to the PowerShell. Actually, sorry, everything is usually available in this particular screen. Okay, so this is a rich tool. It just opened in my other screen. So here, if I try easy login, it is prompting. I think no. Okay, here I'm doing this. Administrator rights are equal to install this particular blah 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 blah. Okay, so the option is simple. Yeah, this is one more important fact. Anything with Microsoft products, Visual Studio or any of this PowerShell or anything, so always run with other admin mode. If you are a developer, if you are trying something on this, first you should get admin rights for your PC, laptop, VM, or whatever you call. Install module. I just triggered. I just open it in admin mode. I'm doing it here. So it obviously takes some time. Hope it goes well. It's showing something. PowerShell you get request you get provider version. Yes for this, no for this. Suspend default is yes. If you press enter, also default it will consider yes. So I'm just pressing Y now. Y and enter. Do you want to install Git and import Git provider now? Yeah, many people when you are making it automated, this usually it comes for that. If you're doing it in automated script or something, just make sure you have to pass these values in a different way and non-interactive mode or some different options with it. Just check it out. Untrusted repository. It's a installing this because it's not a trusted one. Obviously, PC treats all those things. It's a policy. Actually, I should have pressed A. Then it would have been said accept all, yes to all. Yeah, it would be quick short. Yeah. Anyway, hope it won't ask much. Let's see. The following comments are already available on the system. Login easy account. This module may override the existing accounts. If you want to still install the accounts, use allow cover parameter. What is this? Yeah. What it is saying? Yeah, one sec. Yeah, it says this particular. So I'm just trying it. So how do you try? So it says use allow cover parameter. It means with existing comment use this. So I'm just typing it here. Allow something in different case intentionally. I'm just pressing tab. It automatically takes. So use that trigger. I think what it was saying is we are installing easy resources. Okay, so under which we have multiple things, easy accounts, different things. So for that, one of which is already existing. So you wish to override or something, blah blah blah. So for that, I'm just saying I'm pressing A now, means accept all. Let's see, it's running. Yeah, it's completed. Now easy login. If I try. Okay, one sec. Yeah, it was done. I'm just copying this to start managing Azure resources with Azure PowerShell module, launch a PowerShell session, and connect AZ account. Okay, this was the expected. I was using AZ login. It was little old way. Uh, Actually, where it opened. When I press that AZ, this particular one, connect AZ account. Immediately it is just opening prompt like this. So I'm just logging in. So it just asks for some login, all those things. You have to do it. Once you authenticated, it says Azure models are detected. Connect AZ account. Shared credentials failed. Zoo is configured by Azure directory users only. Please do not use consumer's endpoint to serve this request. Really, I didn't understand. Let me try again. Um, yes, you got the magic. Earlier it is not, but now it is. Sometimes in between the session or channeling, tunneling, or many things comes. So just try just only one more time, not much. Even it was saying like this here. Only. Please rerun with additional parameters like this tenant ID, something kind of. Okay. Next is again. I'm repeating. Our goal is to install. What is that? Run the bulk execution system. I mean, load the data to bulk data to this particular what do you call it, Cosmos DB. Meanwhile, I was trying this only easy. Yeah, why it was not showing? I didn't understand. Easy login is okay. Anyhow, this we logged in. So we are connected with the account, and then we must be having some option like easy. I think we are not in the folder. That's the reason. Let me see. In this portal, they are mostly talking about completely creating new variables and then creating new database and then creating new container, all those things. But I prefer not to try these things here. We can do it, definitely no issue. It gives more flexibility. But as a beginner, don't try this. Instead of this, use the portal. I just made it in a bit different video just before this, and totally so get the details, connection string parameters, all those things. One sec. Yeah. So now what my requirement is this particular one for resource group name and my account name. This means Cosmos DB account name. For that, I have to get the connection string. Okay. So copy this to one notepad. Okay, my resource group name. Let me fill it. To do that, go to the portal wherever you have. Get this. Go everywhere. Almost we have the copy option. Get this resource group name. Paste it and account name. Is that account name? I think this is the account name. Type connection strings. So I'm just copying it to here. The command get Cosmos DB is part of Azure PowerShell. Okay, it says Azure Cosmos DB is not installed. To install this, run install Cosmos DB to install. Oh, nice. Nice explanation by Microsoft. Earlier it was not so good, but nowadays they improved a lot. I triggered yes to all, I mean accept all. It is installing. Yeah, done. So next is no tenant found in the context. Please ensure the credentials you provided are authorized to access Azure subscription. Then run connect AZ account to login. It's saying no tenant in no tenant found in the context. So better Let me log in once again. Um, I did it. Unable to acquire token for tenant. Okay, it is saying this with error. You must use multi-factor authentication access. Okay, please rerun connect as with additional parameters. Okay, okay, this was the reason. Okay, I had to enable it multi-factor. I will do it. Uh, why it is not enabled? Why it is missed? It could be trial account. That is the reason. This particular resource group is could not be found. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, it was the reason was yeah, earlier we installed what is this AZ modules. Okay, with that this one Azure CLI is very much necessary for this command line interface. So I'm just downloading it here. Just a second. Whatever we download from these portals, usually it takes more time. The reason is this bandwidth speed will not be highly allocated to avoid the hackers or phishing attacks, all those things. It, sorcery is taking time, sorry for the delay. 61, 9 seconds. Opening my computer. I'm just installing it. Install. Yeah, finishing it. And jumping back to this. Crazy. Let me try reopening the. Sorry, I have dual screen every time it opens in another screen. Many things request restart of the tools usually to pick up the new stuffs installed. I think it is picking. Tick tick tick. Hey, nice. The browser is opened in another window, so I'm just logging in. Nowadays, Microsoft everything is opening in Edge mode. I mean Edge browser, even though you have default what do you call Chrome, Opera, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's their product. They're promoting. Nothing wrong. Maybe it could be one of the requirement also because sometimes security concerns it comes. No thanks. Okay, you will close this window. We will redirect you to this in 1 minute. Okay, no subscription form. What is this? Um, something wrong with my account issue. For this particular. Okay, it's saying no subscription for this. Explicitly, the following tenants require multi-factor authentication. Okay, this was the reason. Earlier, I told the same thing. First time setup, obviously, all these things hustle bustle requires. That is the reason I'm just making this video. Usually, everyone suffers with this. Okay, yeah, I have multiple accounts. These are the accounts, blah blah blah. Okay, now jump back to this. I'm trying to acquire this particular one back in this. Oh, sorry. Actually, it is not a PowerShell. It is. I had to do it here. Easy login. Okay, let me close and open this PowerShell quickly. From my side, you could hear the noise disturbance from the outside world. Yeah, celebrations are going on. That is the reason you could hear this. Sorry for that. So again, it prompted here. I'm just triggering. Yes, PowerShell. It came. It automatically picked that. Now with that, I'm quickly going back to this to get the parameters of this. Okay, both easy and anomalies could not be found. What is this? They are recommending to do some cleanup activity, so I'm trying to do. So before that, let me close out all these instances, whatever I had. Okay, this is the one usually. Uh, just trigger Windows R. It opens up like this, and then do it here. It is saying we cannot find this. Then I'm typing this Azure. No. Actually, I cleaned up already with some different mode. Shell, I'm just opening it. Open it in admin mode. I did it. Easy login. So here tenant is not appearing. What could be the reason? First, let me log in. Let's see. Please select the account you wish to log in. Actually, it is saying MFA. Whenever we enable MFA, I have enabled it. At that time, it makes some this kind of problem. Let me see what could be the case. It's expecting to be interactive, but it is not. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. This particular tenant I'm just trying to give. Just select and right click, it will be copied. Then if you right click again, it will be pasted. If somebody not aware, everybody aware of it, but if somebody just like me. Yes, it is listed. Uh, it came now. Uh, list. Actually, I was just looking for this just to see what and all the account and all to make it in terms of the table structure. It will list like this. Uh, okay, leave this. Okay, meanwhile, let me keep these commands easy login. This easy login with parent UID of parent. This will list all the accounts. Okay, it is just listing. It is good in the sense. So now the next step is output is table something like this. To set your subscription, you can set. Okay, yeah, this was necessary for me. Because we have multiple, it's saying as I'm facing the problem, which one I want. For example, let's see this particular one I wanted. Take up this, do this, one simple right click, and then again right click. So now I have chosen this particular as my main subscription. Okay, under which I'm going to run this particular. I'm doing it in a separate trial account, all those things, just to make sure. Oh, resource group. Still, it is saying resource group is not found. Okay, it's little lengthy. Let me verify again. Resource group name. Resource group name. This is the expected one. Actually, Cosmos DB account key. Okay, let me close out all these right side forms. Account key Cosmos DB. Um, okay, it's here also. We can directly fetch. If nothing works, that is the last option. Quickly undo that. Yeah, we have multiple Cosmos DB. Let me take up this Data Explorer just to confirm this is the one it works or not. Dun, dun, dun. Here, keys. Yeah. This was the old way, but now I'm trying to do it in a some different way. Primary key, primary key. Yeah, I just copied the trial. Sorry, what is that? Primary key of that, and then jumping back to the next step. We have this. Okay, it's just all the hustle bustle for this. Now with the JSON file, yeah. Now jumping back to the JSON file. Source is what type of source? Where to where JSON to this, target to there, or whatever you wanted to do. So this is the main stuff. Okay, source settings from where you wanted to do. I mean your local file, which one you wanted to upload, for example. Okay. Uh, yeah, this is source. Another repository with Cosmos NoSQL also create a property named sync settings. Okay, here source is this and target is this. You mean from this source you are putting it in a sync, water sync or whatever you call to that sync settings. Sync settings is this one. Your local path is here, target is here, connection string of your existing account. Okay, and then your partition key path, whatever you wanted to do. Okay, quickly let me jump back. Yeah, it's just 1 minute job. Not here. Um, not this. Okay, this is the one. You can see here source settings, sync settings, operations. Source is null and sync is null. Actually, earlier they were maintaining this convention, but now it looks like source is this. Okay, source and source settings, sync and sync settings. Okay, the order is changed. That's it. You can see here, nothing changes. Source settings, sync settings. Somebody coded like this. Somebody coded like that. Source is JSON file. Okay, to change this file, I will use my local file itself and connection string. Let me take a yeah, copy the connection string. It is lengthy, blah blah blah. Still some more. Leave it, and then jump back to which database you are going to do. I mean, for which database and which container you are going to do, and what is partition key path. My partition key path is name, and the data container is what is that? First, I'm doing it for composition and because yeah, this is most important fact. It's just basic SQL, nothing else. See, I need these IDs to be inserted to this. Okay, no relationship. You can insert it. If you have validated yourself, then you're good to go ahead with inserting to this. But I am just choosing the option like first let me insert to composition and then use that ID in this place. Okay, that's it. Now the reason composition is the container and what is the database name. My database name is this particular one, Cosmos DB Annual. This is the database name, Cosmos DB. This particular. The problem of these names, every day creating new names, new trials, just forgetting everything. Cosmos DB Annual. Composition is this. composition key. Operations, if you have something else, then you can mention that. Okay, and where is my file? Local file. I have files from this one particular path. I'm just copying it. Where is that my notepad? Plus plus file path. We have to escape, I think, because it's not C sharp. You can C sharp. You can do what do you call it? At symbol. So now I'm taking source is a JSON file, and this is my file, and Cosmos, this thing settings, blah 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 blah. Okay, make sure you save it and trigger a single command. DMT. Where is the DMT? It is not here, not here. Actually, it was in this folder. Open into open content folder in Explorer. Okay, yeah, and again, make sure you're running this again in the command prompt with admin mode only. Okay, we'll just leave this particular one. Later, we'll come back. Okay, it's in admin mode, that's why I'm just running DMP. Oh, nonsense. DMP dot. The command DMP was not found out, does not exist in the current location. And there only, right? Yeah. Let me see, I think it's just a simple, it's not a PowerShell command. cd this and then trigger DMP. Okay, DMP dot exe. I have to do that. Oh, again. Oh, sorry. The part is this. Um, D. What is this? Okay, now it is jump to D drive, and then under this, I have to trigger this. I triggered. It is saying some issue. System.io failed to load configuration file. Settings could not parse the file. It is saying something unhandled exception. Failed to load configuration file itself is wrong. Migration settings.json. Okay, something wrong with my migration settings. What could be that? File path is this. I doubt this particular path only. Okay, maybe another thing is the path. This one I didn't paste it full. I'll just paste it. Uh, Most probably. Okay, here it was comma was missing. Let me paste the full path. Yeah, it is a copy paste error. This comma was missing. I just saved it with all the settings, all those things. Blah blah blah. Abracadabra. Using Cosmos DB NoSQL sync. Okay, using JSON source and this. It is said something. It slapped me. Data transfer failed. Does not indicate success. Substatus activity ID. Your account is currently configured with a total throughput limit of 1000 RUs. The operation failed because it would have increased the total throughput to this one. See HTTPS activity ID. Okay. Da, da, da. Obviously, this is a common issue. Uh, the tool now outputs the source using JSON something. Okay, I think yeah, its throughput means I can't input much at a time. That is the reason. So for that, there must be a solution. Let me copy this error to understand what the voice is. It says something bad. Okay, let me put it into some notepad. Your account is currently because okay, this looks. Don't Google everything. Is a request unit round trip, all those things it comes. Set the total throughput limit. Limit the total amount. Okay. Checking this option will limit your account throughput 2000 RUs for a free tier account, but and 4000 for a regular. Existing account total throughput setting. Okay. As in total DB account select cost management. Here cost management is this. Actually earlier it was allowing more than 1000 also. I just made it no restriction. Let's see. You can see the difference here. Limit the total free tire is 1000 RU. But when you are running beyond that, you will be running beyond the free tire. So obviously the charges will be more. Okay. So 1000 request unit. Usually, let's consider whenever you are reading anything, it usually takes if you are running an index column, all those things. As I was just telling the structure, where is that? Yeah, this is the one. If you are running with ID, I mean, for example, name is my index one. Why I just made a name as a partition key? Because I will be running with, I mean, how it goes, we have, let's consider we have 10 logical partition means 10 buckets. Okay, it means bucket one is called bucket one, bucket two, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7. Okay. Here, bucket one, physical partition one contains B1, B2. Okay. And in the bucket one means logical partition. Okay. So under bucket one logical partition, what you have under B1, you have 100 records. 100 B2, you have 150 records. 100 B3, you have uh, for example, if it is 300 records. In this case, if you assume physical partition can hold up to 300 records, in that case, what it happens is physical partition 1, it will have B1 and B2 logical partitions. A physical party, okay, you can assume instead of this B1, let me make it logical partition itself. Because too many conventions, too many confusions. And you're learning properly. Otherwise, you will die with learning itself. You won't enjoy the result. Okay, physical partition one. Uh, physical partition. Okay, consider this convention physical partition. Okay, version 2. I will consider one very nice record. LP1, if it has logical partition, it has something like 10 million records. LP2 has 5 million. Uh, okay, 10 million and 5 million. LP3 has something like 18 million records. LP4, 5, 6, 7, all together some 6 million records. Simple understanding. Okay. Now, what will happen? Physical partition 1 will have LP1 and LP2 logical partition, and physical partition 2 will have LP3, uh, LP3. Okay. Physical partition 3 will have LP4 to 7 all together. This is how the structure of how the logical, because this logical partitions you created, because 10 million records means all these 10 million records have the same key of name. I mean to say 10 million records of same name. Okay. Uh, okay. Each logical partition will hold same partition key value data. Okay, this is very much important, and this is the basic, and this is the all. Based upon this, what happens whenever you are requesting for particular name? For example, in my case it is name. Okay, if I have same name, what will happen? The request comes to this particular logical it just checks under hundred of thousands of logical partition. It will look for which logical partition has my name. This has, okay, go there and get that particular one data. So what is the round trip? Maximum 1 to 2. Instead, if you have something like, if you are searching for not name, something like manufacturer name, what you will do? You will search for the name. Oh, sorry, manufacturer name. I mean to say, I will come back here. Compositions or, see, this is the partition key. That is why. If you are searching for, not this, not this. Yeah, if you're searching for this compositions or let's say some manufacturer name or something, in that case, it will be a two-step, three-step activity. What it will happen? It will go to different. Okay, yeah, this was adjustment. If you are searching for this manufacturer name, how it checks? You have 100 logical partitions. It has to check in each logical partition for what is my manufacturer name. That is the reason round unit will be round RUs will be costlier. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Coming back to the lengthy story, it was saying this response. Okay, yeah. That is my account. Okay, updated. It is saying updated. So as per that, now I just increase the limit because why I was telling all those stories. It was updating was taking time. Meanwhile, I was just trying to share my whatever I faced. The problem scenarios. 500. Yeah, this is what I wanted. It is inserting 500 records added after 4 seconds, 1000 records added after 8 seconds. I mean, it goes in a batch of 500, 500, 500, 500. Okay. Actually, when we do this, what happens? One another thing is, not this here, we can't shift back to the easily to lesser throughput sometimes. Uh, Especially when you're doing this transaction, if you do that, it will immediately fails. That is a problem. So I have, I think, some 10,000 records just for dummy. And I just made it. Okay, now you can see total throughput is 5,000 requests in it. Okay, we have these many. This is a collection. medicine and composition and this. Okay, why it is created separate row? Really, I don't know. Composition is only one. Oh, sorry. Here I have two names. Let me see what I have chosen. Oh, this is the problem. This is called composition. Yeah, it's already inserted. No worry. Yeah, this is one of the nice example. See, I just gave a wrong spelling. It was not created. I just gave the wrong spelling. That's it. Because of that reason, it created this much data. If you wanted to quickly verify it in Cosmos DB, just jump back to this. Yeah, it's a nice example. It was aware of, but I'm not intended to show it now. Okay, Data Explorer before I run the other job. Yeah, you can see here composition is this is mine intended, but this was a different one. Okay, you can see here, yeah, ID equals 3, DARB alpha, something like this, to something like this. I'll just show you one more example. I'm just trying to add new item. If I didn't pass this ID, if I just pass something like name equals parasit, whatever you call, if I trigger this, it says successfully created. Okay, but what happens is you can see here it created a paracetam. ID become this one. Okay, this is one. If you create some other parameter with different ID case, also again it says it creates this. If you create same ID with non-string, it's a problem. Okay. Now I'm just going to delete this particular one, delete particular container. It just try to composition. Okay, I just made it composition, nothing else. So here, database container, everything is same. Only this container name will be changed. I'm just triggering again. Single key click. Same file, same settings. Make sure whenever doing this, all these testings and all, you delete all your container data, everything. Otherwise, it will be hacked by someone else. Just like now I'm doing the video. If someone else uses this, it will be gone case. Okay. Yeah, that's all about how do you transfer the data. I had to clean up this. I had to use some other purpose. Okay. Now I was just doing this. Let me show you whether it's inserted or not. Yes, it's already inserted. Okay. Nice. Thank you. Keep coding.